Greetings all, Dr. Zilke the Fall Fixer here. In this video, I'm going to share with you my second favorite test for seniors to do at home to see how well they're doing with regards to falling and strength. But first, before we get there, I want you to please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. And it really does help me out and I'd be grateful. Thank you. So in the last video, I described my favorite test for people to do at home, which is the tug test. We went over the CDC documentation and how to do it, and we talked through the results of it. And if you haven't seen it, please go back and look at it. It's some good information. In this video, we're going to cover another CDC test that's commonly used by physical therapists called the 30-second sit-to-stand test. It's a little bit different, whereas it focuses more on the strength, but still, it's very valuable in getting information as far as how well you are doing at home. Right? So I have it pulled up on the screen, which is the PDF from the CDC. I'll have the link down below where you can click the link and you can look at it on your own and you can print it off. So let's go through it here. So as you see here, it says the assessment 30-second sit chair stand test. The purpose is to test leg strength and endurance. All you'll need here is a chair with a straight back without armrests. Now, I'm going to recommend for some people you get an armrest, and I'll talk you through this in just a little bit. Right? Seat 17 inches high. I don't know. Just use a standard chair. Don't worry about that. And the stopwatch, it's not that detailed, 30 seconds. You want someone to count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. When there's a clock on the wall, that's fine too, right? So here we go. Here's the instructions. So you sit in the middle of the chair. Makes sense to me. It's probably where I would sit as well. Place your hands on the opposite shoulder crossed at the wrist, like this. That's preferred if you can do it. You may need to modify it, and I'll go over that in just a moment. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Always a good idea. Keep your back straight and your arms against your chest. And when you decide to say go, or someone else says go, rise to a full standing position and then sit back down again. And you repeat this for a grand total of 30 seconds, counting how many you can do. So here's some information from CDC here. Count the number of times the patient comes to a full standing position in those 30 seconds. If you're over halfway up, it counts as a full rep. If you're not, then if you're less than half, you do not get credit for that. Record the number of times the patient stands in 30 seconds. All right, so there you are with that. Now, over here in the right-hand column, the CDC gave us a general table on what you should consider your standards based upon age through here. So if you're in the 60 to 64 age range, less than 14 for men or less than 12 for women is a below average score. And then it graduates down here all the way 65 to 69, less than 12, less than 11. 74 to 70 and 74 is less than 12 again for men and less than 10 for women. And it goes up here to 90 to 94 age with less than 7 and less than 4. So what we've done is in the clinic, in research settings, we've looked at these in general populations and we've decided what's an average healthy range for people to be. And this is an excellent benchmark for where you should be. What I love about this test is the simplicity. You can do this at home with a chair and a clock. You can see how long you or someone you love, how many times they can sit to stand in 30 seconds, and then you can compare it to what should be the norm. The beauty of this is the exercise to get better at this test is the exercise that the test is. So if you're not doing well enough based on your standards here, simply just practice the sit to stand, which is in almost all of my home exercise programs. My online program for people is this exercise. Because in reality, for the sit to stand test is the same exercise as an athlete doing the squat in the gym with a barbell on their shoulders. It's the same motion. You lower your hips down and you raise them back up. It's the same thing, except in this population we call it the sit to stand test. So it's incredibly functional, incredibly powerful. The sit to stand test is everything we do in life. We're getting out of a chair, getting out of the couch, it's getting off the commode, getting out of bed, getting in and out of the car. So much of what we do in life revolves around this extension exercise of straightening hips and straightening the knees. So it's an extremely simple test to check that skill, check your endurance in that, and then an easy way of getting yourself better by doing the test, by doing the sit to stand, and getting back up to that baseline level. So that's the nuts and bolts of it, as simple as it is. There's one important caveat I want to share with you, where the CDC tests are doing it this way. That's the classic and it's a standard. But there are some people who can't even do that one time without pushing off. Maybe because of knee pain. Maybe they're just not strong enough yet. So this is what I recommend. You have two parts to this test. If you're that person who cannot sit up or stand up from sitting without using your arms, if you can't do it this way, I want you to note that your official score is a 0. That's your official score. Then, if that's the case, then I want you to start the test over and give yourself the permission to use your hands as you go up. Then you can use that number as your secondary score to see how strong your legs are with a little bit of push. Now you have to be honest with yourself. You have to use as little of a push off your hands as necessary to get the job done. So you're not allowed to push off your hands hard and fast to make your numbers amplified. Use your legs as much as you can. And just use your hands and your arms just to give that little boost to get over the edge. And then use that number as a secondary to score to see where you are. As you get stronger then, and you can start doing 1, 2, or 3 of the sit to stands without the arms, then you can start measuring your real progress and see where you take it from there. And then have an accurate description, accurate information about where you really are compared to norms for your age group. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. An easy test to do at home. The 30-second sit to stand test or chair test. Give it a try. Do it. Please comment below on how it's worked out for you. And then I thank you for watching. And please watch my other videos. Share it with friends who need this information. Watch my other videos as I put more content on the subject out there. I'm grateful for your time and your support. Thank you very much. Have a good day.